Crazy update for Apex Legends yesterday that obviously has long-term implications when it comes to meta. Now, we talked about how we might be going into a support meta, but I did not realize how strong of a support meta we might be going to, specifically Gibraltar and Newcastle. We've got some first thoughts from ImperialHal, Alberlelli, Sweet Dreams, many others about this update regarding the map rotation, regarding the legend changes, and how this is going to affect us going into the future. A lot of crazy stuff. So, of course, let's dive into it very quickly. Want to go over some of these changes very briefly. I know you probably have already seen the changes themselves. That's not really what the video is about, but it's more so about some of the reactions to these. So the passive for Lifeline, she obviously got a little bit of a revive update. It's called Combat Glide. You can hold jump midair to briefly glide using the dock drone. You can also deploy dock to revive teammates, leaving Lifeline free to defend. Also, the tactical will basically heal nearby enemies, and it can be assigned to follow to someone around once it's deployed. Also, the ultimate ability now activates a Halo shield system. All players inside will use this health and shield consumables faster. It's basically a Gibby Dome without a vertical part. She's also got some new upgrades here. +1 battery per stack, C battery count in death boxes, increased time before dock runs out of fuel by 1.5 seconds, and you've also got increased dock assignment range by 50% and reduced tack cooldown by 10 seconds. For Newcastle, this is where things get a little bit crazier. No longer taking shield damage on his mobile shield, can now reposition even when Newcastle's down. Retrieve wounded revive shield HP/tier increased by 50%, and upgrades also include thick shield being removed, and a new Hero's Hustle, which is greatly increasing the movement speed when reviving. Stronghold Castle Wall HP improvement increased to 500 instead of 250, and a new Ultimate Savior Castle Wall grants shield regeneration to allies in impact radius. The regen effect lasts for 15 seconds, and damage will pause regen for 2 seconds and won't begin regeneration until revived if down. Also, support class perks. We've talked about some of these, like you're going to be able to get full walk speed while healing. Also, healing amount from small meds is now doubled. You'll also get a revive expert. Support legends now have 25% faster revives and grant health regeneration on their ally for a successful revive. This health generation will restore an ally to full health and can be canceled by incoming damage. Support legends will also receive this health regeneration if revived. Additionally, banner crafting is now available for all legends, by the way, and the banner crafting and ally death boxes now spawn on mobile respawn beacon as well. So support legends can now see mobile respawn beacons inside of death boxes. On top of that, Gibraltar cooldown reduced to 17 instead of 30, no longer destroyed by Crypto's EMP or Maggie's Wrecking Ball. That's a huge buff there. And upgrades for level 2, fresh start, and shots removed. New Big Brother increased ult radius by 20%. New fast shotties move faster with shotguns and auto reload shotguns on Nox. Big stuff there, right? You could also see some of the upgrades here. They made support legends insanely powerful, and that's basically been some of the talk in the last couple of hours. Newcastle might make comp unplayable, says the competitive Apex Reddit thread, and I think they make a fair point, saying Newcastle was already meta due to the ability to take and hold space for a team both aggressively and defensively, and also quickly reset a team, particularly if they have a gold knockdown. But now the support class gives him effectively a gold knockdown always, and the ability to completely ignore shield batteries. In addition, he is now buffed so hard that the tactical is completely free rotation because it's invincible now. The near unbreakable res shield is even more unbreakable. He can move even faster when reviving at blue perk, and his ultimate becomes the other half of a Watson gen at purple, or just completely unbreakable. We effectively have a fusion of Lifeline, Watson, and Catalyst with no counters or downsides. Not even Rampart stops this. Is respawn okay? Everybody's making the predictions that a Newcastle heirloom must be inbound. Why else would they make him so strong? Before we show you clips of this and how unkillable, unbreakable this stuff is, here's what Hal had to say. And I think he agrees with most of these pro players that whoever made this, whoever's idea this was, this might be a little chalked. Roll the clip.
Why? I actually don't understand why. Like, that is this character, Newcastle is going to be probably the most busted character I think ever in Apex made. I'm pretty sure that is gonna be this character is gonna be the most busted character in the game ever. Literally, even worse than Horizon release. The fact that I have a shield that can move and you can't even break it, it's actually insane. No, this is worse than even Seer. To have it, bro, I don't think you understand how OP is to have a shield or a wall that you can move that you can't even break. Can you even EMP it? Maybe can EMP break it? Yes, you can, and Maggie can drill it. Oh yeah, but Crypto got nerfed though, so No one's gonna play crypto. Like, no one's gonna play crypto just to break fucking Newcastle Q. Like, they already don't play crypto. No one's gonna play fucking crypto. EMP and Maggie only 2 counters a Castle Q. Yeah, but like, no one. I don't think anyone's gonna. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no one's gonna play crypto because. Yeah, no one's gonna play crypto because the EMP damage is like absolutely useless. Like, let's say if you're playing more than one support character on your team, like the EMP damage is like practically nullified because of the support character like buff with like small meds. You just pop one cell and it's like you didn't even get EMP'd. It wouldn't do shit. Like, the damage is like completely useless because of the like support buff. And like Maggie Drill does not do enough damage to like, you can just heal. You can again that's another thing. You can just heal through Maggie Q because of the support class buff. Like, you just heal through it. It takes like 1 or 2 cells to heal through a Maggie Drill. Like, either if you're playing Gibby or Newcastle. Like, it's not gonna do anything. And yeah, how does that work? How is that gonna work for like being in the gas, like late game? Can you just heal through the gas?
Now, in an interview with Movana, she actually interviewed one of the lead legend designers over at Respawn, and they specifically said this: we're taking a pretty bold and new approach to meta changes to make the game feel fresh and play differently from previous metas. We are trying to push the support legends into the spotlight across all skill bands to encourage new strategies and shake people off their comfort picks. Admittedly, we're anxious as it's a pretty bold and spicy way that we're going after this. Yeah, no kidding. They're literally unkillable. But we're eager to see how this approach changes the meta across the season and the split. Yeah, us too. Here is a video, if you haven't seen it already, with his and hers saying that Newcastle is literally unkillable in this update. Roll the clip.
Newcastle just got a huge buff. His walls are super strong now. Let's see if he can survive a lobby full of Gibbies.
No.
All throwing their ult on him.
My God, that's a lot of bombs.
Oh boy. Wait, I'm surviving. What?
You're fine?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
I'm fine.
So yeah, we have a little bit of a problem. And on top of that, there were a lot of pros that were a little bit annoyed that they released this trailer right before the season actually came out. And Sweet It said, I love the trailer. In particular, I really enjoyed the map during the presentation of Lifeline's new abilities and all the new perks and interactions. Can't wait to hop in and enjoy that map that is 100% playable this season, that showcased in the trailer, that is playable and ready to play. Obviously some sarcasm there, but on top of that, the map rotation itself, not something that many people are a fan of. Albert is saying you force E-District for champs, but yet you don't put it into the ranked map rotation. Makes no sense. However, on top of that, it is important to note that they have added POI drafts for Broken Moon, so that is a pretty big change. And also, Minus Tempo said you can also do the OG mode, the launch royale that they just added in customs, but it's only for Kings Canyon, being that it was the only OG map at the time. Not sure if there's any long-term implications of it, considering they did put it in the private match, but definitely one worth mentioning. This is big news because support legends, you take a look back at the old 100 Thieves roster, right? You take a look back at Vaxlon in his prime. Well, I think he honestly might be living in one of his primes right now. But there was another prime that Vax had with the 100 Thieves roster where he was literally the Newcastle king. And now that we're going back to Newcastle meta, we're already there, by the way. This is about to be a massive change. Like you saw from the video, this is not just, oh, you know, he's going to be pretty, he's already pretty good. Now they just buffed him unbelievably. He is not like probably meta. I really think we're going to 100% pick right here. I think that's where we're going. This is going to be massive for those specific players. And obviously everybody's probably going to be running Newcastle here. This is just crazy. Also, Crypto got some changes here that I thought were worth mentioning. If you haven't seen these already, Crypto, they also left a massive, note here as to why they made the changes that they made. Crypto surveillance drone now takes ring damage 10% per tick and upgrades for off the grid. Players within 20 meters of Crypto will now be able to spot a faint cloaking flicker effect every 1.5 seconds to help identify the hidden Cryptos nearby. Cloaked audio range and volume have also been increased, and they basically said off the grid has been a strong pick and has offered some of the wild, creative new play patterns that we feel are on theme for Crypto, but has also come with its frustrations and, feels like it's got unfair advantages. Well, yeah, no duh. Ever since we saw this come out, we literally said that's OP. Same way we're doing it right now with Newcastle, saying, oh my gosh, no shot, this is real. So I think it's going to be fresh for sure because it is way out there and everybody's going to be forced to play Newcastle. I'm on board with that part. But I do know that this is going to be problematic probably long term because like Hal said, there's no counter to it. It's literally unkillable. Everybody's going to have to run this and it's going to get annoying to play against. I think it's going to be a little bit fun to watch at first because it's going to be chaotic for sure, but the complaining might get out of hand. Interested to see what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things inside the world of Apex Legends, news, esports, drama, and stories of more. That didn't make sense. But anyways, we'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, we'll be back at it later if things get crazy. We'll see you later, Gators.